Welcome to the RadioU Podcast. I'm Hudson.
And I'm Allie.
Coming up, Charles Snake Stewart says he has Bigfoot proof.
Also, why these boys didn't get an invite to the Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce wedding.
All that and more on the way next. Now, who do you think is more wrong in this situation?
Okay.
877-2 Radio. You are the talkback button in the RadioU app. With Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift's wedding, they obviously just had that at Madison Square Garden over the weekend. A couple of players, former NFL players who now host the Bussin with the Boys podcast.
I've heard of that.
Have been complaining that they weren't invited. Will Compton and Taylor Lewin have both been complaining that they were not included in the guest list for Travis Kelce's wedding, even though they played with Travis Kelce. Like they've been friends. They've got each other's numbers and everything. Will Compton's been to Tight Ends University many times with Travis Kelce and yet left off the guest list. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. And that, that would be one thing, I think. But when you have it at Madison Square Garden and so many other people are invited, apparently there was like 9,500 people there. I mean, it's a massive venue. Yeah. Yeah, lots of room. You can't make room for 4 more people potentially. Taylor Lewin and a +1, Will Compton and a +1. Is that too much to ask?
They're both married, so I would imagine they'd be bringing their wives. But yeah, that's interesting. I have seen pictures of like the two of them with Travis and Taylor. Mm-hmm. So it is a little surprising they didn't get an invite with such a big venue. They're not in the top 9,500 people that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift know. and so it's kind of fun. But here's where, what's worse? Obviously, it feels like they probably should have made the cut. It's hard to judge from the outside. But then, Will Compton's going on other shows. He went on Wake Up Barstool talking about how, Dean Blandino got an invitation. And he's like, Dean Blandino never went to Tight Ends University. So now he's throwing other guests under the bus. Bussin' with the boys. What's worse, them not getting invited or them publicly complaining about not getting invited? I think the publicly complaining part is a little odd. It's a little salty sounding. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Put yourself in their shoes. Obviously, they knew the wedding was coming up because it's a huge, massive deal. Yeah. It's like some people, an average person could find out about they were missing out on their friend's wedding because the wedding finally happened. You didn't know about it. Yep. And then you see the pictures on Instagram. Yep. That's definitely not the case here. These guys knew it was coming up and they're like, where's my invitation? What should they have done? Should they have would you text and be like, hey, I noticed you were getting married and I haven't gotten to save the date or invitation haven't gotten an invite yet.
Yeah. At what point do you do that? And would you even?
I wouldn't. I've been in similar situations before with not super close friends, but just friends that were, a part of a friend group from college. And I saw, on social media, they had their wedding and I didn't get an invite. Mm-hmm. And I'm not mortally wounded by it, but it's just one of those things where it's okay, it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah.
Regina said this says a lot. True friends will discuss it with the person directly. In other words, them going out and talking about it now after the fact.
It doesn't look good on them.
Speaks volumes of why that's why they weren't invited in the first place.
Exactly. It feels like they just wanted to be there to be a part of the moment rather than to actually celebrate Travis and Taylor, which is what it's all about, guys. It's their wedding. And so that's why I wouldn't get mad at a friend.
They've definitely said they're happy for them and everything.
That's good. That's good. I didn't know. I would hope that they would say at least that. But I mean, in that circumstance of my own life where I didn't get invited to a friend's wedding, again, not a super close friend. If it was a super close friend, I would be hurt. But I wasn't mad because I'm it's not about me, Yeah. They have their friends and their family there. A lot of people want to do smaller weddings because weddings are expensive. Mm-hmm. So they're not inviting every friend on their list. So yeah, this shouldn't be about you and you shouldn't be that upset about it.
Yeah, but it is good content. Though.
Oh, yeah. I know they're doing this for a reason.
They probably confirmed with Travis off,
They're going to do a combined podcast with...
crossover.
Yes, in the Heights.
Yeah, that would be... I have here what may potentially be proof that Sasquatch exists.
Oh.
Bigfoot has been confirmed by none other than Snake. Charles Snake Stewart.
Oh, Charles Snake Stewart is back.
Renowned Bigfoot hunter.
Let's go, Charles.
Claims the DNA testing has been done on what he says is a Sasquatch corpse that he found in the Adirondack Mountains in New York.
What the heck is this? There's a photo of it.
Yeah, it was at the New York State Fair.
Oh, that's right.
Remember that?
I do. That's the story we talked about with Charles Snake Stewart.
Yes, this is the very same Charles Snake Stewart.
Yes.
There's only one.
Yeah.
The very same
Obviously.
Bigfoot specimen that was on display at the New York State Fair. That he claims over 600 or 60,000 people came to see. He calls it DAC. And he claims now the DNA testing has been done on this Sasquatch corpse and that it confirms that this creature is 58.5% Neanderthal and 41.5% human. He didn't just do this DNA testing on his own.
Okay.
He says that Ivy League school Cornell University carried out the DNA testing on Dak the Sasquatch corpse. And so this is irrefutable.
Irrefutable evidence, huh?
Yes. His theory is that this DNA analysis proves the specimen came from a genetically distinct lineage that survived outside the human population after the Ice Age. It should be pointed out, Cornell University has not confirmed its involvement in the testing at all.
Nice. Snake, you gotta give us the footnotes here.
Yeah, we're gonna need some corroboration. He's throwing around a lot of accusations, a lot of claims that personally I hope are true, but we need somebody else, namely Cornell University, to back you up here.
Yeah.
And we're not getting that.
Yeah, we're definitely not getting that. And I remember from our first chat about this story when he had this on display.
Yes.
The other Bigfoot expert that's like big in the community, Matthew Moneymaker, was like, this is a farce. This isn't real. This isn't true. This guy is like a snake oil salesman.
Mm-hmm.
So if another guy in the same community you're in is telling everybody this is false.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm starting to think that there might be some truth to what Matthew Moneymaker is saying.
But why believe Moneymaker over Snake?
I don't know who to believe over, but I feel like Matthew Moneymaker, if it truly was Bigfoot, wouldn't want to discredit, because he's all about making people believe that Bigfoot's real.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes and tests all of the, the things when people say, I saw a Sasquatch, I saw a Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
He, talks with those people.
Yeah, but what if he just wants the credit instead? He wants to discredit, not so that, we get to the bottom of the Bigfoot situation, but instead...
He just wants to be the number one expert.
Yes, he can't stand the thought of Bigfoot being confirmed and someone beating him to it. It's a very competitive field, the Bigfoot hunter field.
That's very messed up, Matthew Moneymaker, because, if we have evidence for Bigfoot and it is real, then we should just go with that evidence.
This is what I'm saying. There's a lot of disagreements in the Bigfoot community. There's a lot of dispute. The Bigfoot researchers and just all out, and then Bigfoot skeptics. In this case, a rare case where they're on the same side here, going up against Snake.
Yep.
But I think one thing, we all just need to keep one thing in mind, whether this situation is confirmed or not, that at the end of the day, we all just want Bigfoot to be real.
And that's what I mean. We all just want it to be real. And so I would hope Matthew Moneymaker would want the same.
Yeah. So Snake, Cornell University. Really, we're calling on Cornell University.
Yes. Somebody make a statement from the university.
Argentina pulled off one of the all-time greatest comebacks yesterday.
Yes.
And it's not just me saying that. It's Tom Brady.
Oh.
8772 Radio U, or the talkback button in the Radio U app, from one goat to another. Tom Brady, after Argentina came back from down 2-0 in their game against Egypt in the round of 16 at the World Cup yesterday,
there was like 10 minutes left in the game, I think.
Well,
when they got their first goal, when they finally got their first goal.
With stoppage time, they would have had a little bit more because it ended up going to plus 13 or whatever.
Yeah.
But they scored. I want to say it was like the 79th minute.
I think so,
the 82nd minute, and then the 90th minute plus 2.
Right.
3 straight goals.
There was about 10 minutes plus stoppage time left. They were down 2-0. They were buried, left for dead, even with Lionel Messi, even with the GOAT.
Yeah, it felt like that's just too much to overcome.
Yeah.
Down 2 goals with that little time left, but not for Argentina, not for the defending champs.
They scored 3 goals in the span of 13 minutes. Tom Brady tweeted out, so that might top 28-3.
Wow.
I mean, that's Tom Brady saying that, but I think that's a little bit of hyperbole.
I was going to say, I think that's a stretch. This is a quarter-final. No, this was still the
a round of 16.
Round of 16 match.
Game on a Tuesday in the middle of the day.
Right.
That was the Super Bowl. That was 28-3. So don't sell yourself short, Tom.
Yeah.
Your comeback's still better than Messi's.
Don't give away your title just yet.
Yeah.
Maybe if this happened in the World Cup final, we could say that.
Right.
But as of now...
But we shouldn't diminish
the
comeback either.
As of right now, it is definitely one of the best comebacks we've ever seen in the World Cup. But is it on par with a Super Bowl comeback in that vein? I don't think you can say that yet.
And much like a lot of the rest of the World Cup in these recent days, it is a win that is marred by controversy as well.
So much controversy in this World Cup with VAR.
Because Egypt... while they did eventually go up 2-0, they were up 1-0 and scored what seemed to be a goal to put them up 2-0 or 2-0 because it's soccer.
Yeah.
And that was called back because of the video review, but it was from a part of the play that was like way back long before the goal was scored.
Yes.
Which still, like if you do something, if you're offsides or whatever, or it's a foul or whatever it is, that's a foul is a foul. Offsides is offsides. But when you let the play go on for so long and then the goal happens and then you're like, rewind it back.
Right.
3 minutes.
Yep.
That is, I mean, if we did that in any other sport, it'd be infuriating.
Exactly. And it is infuriating in soccer because the thing that I don't like, and this is, again, what we saw with, the United States and Balogun, is if the ref on the field, who is seeing it live in front of his very eyeballs, is not looking at it as a play or a moment to call a foul, to give a yellow, to even give a red, whatever it may be, then why the heck is VAR coming into this to make this decision? The only thing, in my opinion, VAR should be able to do is like the offsides calls with the technology, and then maybe the stuff with the goals. But other than that, I really don't want VAR to come in. I don't want them involved.
It's just from an outside perspective. The whole thing with VAR is just it doesn't jive with everything else you're doing in the sport.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, we're not really letting technology or we're doing things the way they've always been done, but we're going to use VAR to wipe off goals 3 minutes after they've been scored.
Right, because you can point, fans of soccer could point and say, well, now you have this in baseball or whatever. But with ABS challenges, I at least have an awareness of what the challenge restraints are. There's a box that is determining what will be a strike and what will be a ball. But with a red card, I have no idea what they're even thinking or looking at.
And that's a challenge. That's not just some guy in a booth somewhere.
Exactly. The player or the coach is calling that, or the catcher or the pitch, somebody involved in the game is making that call, and not just somebody far off in a room somewhere. It just feels very sketchy.
Yeah, it just doesn't all fit together to me. And so it definitely has definitely put some frustration on a lot of fans, I think this is something where everybody can hold hands, whether you're only watching the World Cup like me or whether you watch all soccer all the time. I feel like everybody's just universally frustrated.
Yeah, I don't know anyone that likes VAR.
Yeah, and it's okay, we want to get everything right. Okay, then why don't you stop the clock and add tenths of a second to it? And, that kind of thing, instead of just having the ref make up the thing. It just all is so arbitrary.
Right, and there's so many calls that are missed in a game, like fouls and stuff that are missed. So you're not getting everything right at all.
Yeah. Well. How is Mark Zuckerberg going to wriggle out of this jam? 8772-RADIO-U or the talkback button in the RadioU app. Meta is facing a lawsuit with a potential penalty of $1.4 trillion.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
$1 trillion. That's crazy.
Yes. This is related, but not the same as, but basically the same kind of allegations from this lawsuit that one individual teen had brought against all the social media companies.
We literally called this. We said this was going to happen. This was going to inspire more lawsuits.
So there's a teenager who was able to file a lawsuit that basically said that like all YouTube and Snapchat and Instagram and everything is addictive and it caused me mental health problems and blah, blah, blah. And so I think they've reached a settlement with most, an out-of-court settlement with most of those companies. Facebook, Meta, Instagram was named in that.
Yes.
But this is separate. This is now the states of California, Colorado, Kentucky, and New Jersey suing Meta for $1.4 trillion for the idea that they created an addictive platform with and then concealed evidence about the harms to teens and prioritized user engagement over child safety.
Wow.
And so at the end of the day, they're seeking $1.4 trillion that Meta would have to pay. Meta says a penalty of that size would be unprecedented. The proposed damages are nearly equal to Meta's roughly $1.5 trillion market value and could threaten the company's future. Yeah, I think that's the point. I think that's the idea.
That's the whole idea, is they don't want you around anymore.
Yeah, I'd feel like we wouldn't actually shed a lot of tears about that. You know, it's funny, they were talking about like banning TikTok, right? Like,
yeah.
It's funny to think that was over a year ago? Was
it
2 years ago?
No, it wasn't 2 years ago. It was last year, and it kept getting kicked down they kept kicking the can down the road as far as like timeline of when it was going to happen and a deadline for when a deal needed to be made for like the Chinese company that owned TikTok for them to sell the U.S.
They eventually did, but it's crazy that was only a little over a year ago, I guess, at this point. But nevertheless, there was all kinds of people being like, no, in knowing that TikTok probably has some shady stuff on the other end, being like, no, don't take my TikTok.
Yeah, they were like, I will willingly sign up for the Chinese Red Note or whatever it was called and give them all my information.
Threatened to take Facebook and Instagram away, even though a lot of people use both. And I still feel like we'd be like, okay, go ahead. Go ahead. It's probably for the best.
We'd probably be better off.
Yeah, definitely. So, well, I mean, what are the odds? What are the odds that Meta, I mean it. How is Mark Zuckerberg going to wriggle out of this jam?
Because he's a lizard person and he can wriggle out of anything.
He'll just grow a new tail eventually.
Slimy. Yeah. So
remember that in the first X-Men movie when the senator gets turned into an X-Men? By Professor X, and then he's in the prison and he's sticking his head through the bars. You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean,
where he's all turning into jelly and whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what That's
what you picture?
Yeah.
Zuckerberg just
he just turns into jelly and evaporates out of the.
He's just the blob.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Somehow he's going to wriggle out of this jam. Meta's going to continue on unbothered.
Yes.
And meanwhile, and listen, I've said this and I've in a way defended these companies because I'm like, what's the problem? I'm sorry, they made their platforms too good.
Yeah, too good for us.
But I'm also not going to be really upset if Facebook gets taken down.
Yeah, I mean, Facebook has just turned into just a lot of AI and annoying stuff. But I will say, I think these companies should and will stick around, like Meta. But what they need to do, what the government needs to do, because this is governments getting involved, California, Colorado, Kentucky, New Jersey, the governments of these states.
Yeah.
What the government needs to do is give away, stop giving these companies special protection that they've given them in the past, because they have not taxed them in the way of normal companies, because they viewed them as like free speech, places, almost like a corner, a street, where you could go and share free speech. I think they should take away those special privileges. I think they should tax these companies just the same as they would tax any other big corporation.
All right. You have my vote, Allie, for Congresswoman.
I'm not running.
I wish you were, given the other choices. We have a Florida man here who just did something amazing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's 71 years old, and this Florida man fought off an alligator attack.
What?
He actually did it. This 71-year-old guy, he was taking his bulldog out for a walk. And while he was out there, he's like, I love this guy. He's like, since I'm going out anyways, I brought my fishing pole and I was just going to cast it into the canal to see what he could catch real quick.
Yeah.
But standing there by the canal by his house, a alligator leapt out of the water that he did not see, got him by the leg.
Oh, usually they go for the dog.
That's, yeah, right? The dog would have been easier prey, probably. But a 71-year-old man, or just, any person, you get an alligator grabs you by the leg right by the water. You're probably done.
Yeah, it's not good.
But not this guy. Because this guy, he does chalk this up to he has done some crocodile hunting or alligator hunting in his past.
Nice.
So he knew a bit about what to do. And so he started jabbing the alligator in the eye with his thumb in one eye and with his fishing pole. Remember, he had the fishing pole in the other eye.
Smart man.
And
he had a weapon.
Eventually was enough to get the alligator to relent. Now, he wasn't home free yet because he's still just out out by the canal with a serious leg injury.
Yeah.
Thanks to the alligator. So he had to make it back to shore and then make it back to his home so that his wife could help him.
So he didn't have a phone on him, probably.
No, I think this was just like kind of out his backyard or something.
Wow.
Like right near his house. But he was able to make it back and then eventually make it to the hospital. And now he's making a recovery with physical therapy. Him and the dog, both all good.
Good. I've heard so many stories, see so many articles of like people walking their dog in Florida. The alligator comes out, grabs the dog, and then the person tries to save their dog and ends up dying in the process because the alligator like goes after them or they drown or something. And so the fact that neither of them, ended up dying and they both made it out of this alive is just incredible.
Yeah, not only did he make it out alive, but he says that he's not going to stop fishing even with alligators. He says, no gator's going to run me off.
Yeah.
So I love this guy.
Yes, I do too. We need more James Grayson McMickens out there.
Yeah, we need more.
What a great name,
we need
McMicken.
More Florida men like this.
As the McChicken Queen, I approve of this last name. We've talked about this before, but there is fears out there that space debris eventually could fall out of space and onto one of us. More than likely it would fall in the ocean because there's lots and lots of water on planet Earth. But we've talked about this. Like there was that weird ring found in Africa.
I remember that.
In like Kenya or something. And that was massive. And it just like looked like it just appeared out of nowhere because it kind of did. It fell out of the sky. And that was likely from some type of space debris. Well, something similar happened in Australia where mysterious spheres, metal spheres, or 6 of them, they washed ashore on Forest Beach in Queensland, Australia, prompting an investigation and initial speculation that these could be indeed from space. And the Australian Space Agency now believes that the objects are pressure vessels from a space launch vehicle, likely debris from a foreign rocket that recently re-entered Earth's atmosphere.
Foreign,
as
like
in foreign,
from another country.
From another country.
Or another planet?
Maybe.
Could it be?
I mean, they can't rule it out, right? But authorities have warned the public not to touch or move these spheres as they could contain residual hazardous materials. So hazmat crews ended up collecting the objects and place them in specialized barrels as a precaution. But right now, the space agency is working with international partners to determine exactly which rocket they came from because they don't know right now.
So hold on a second, though. These are spheres.
Spheres, yes.
I've never seen a space vehicle that was spherical before. Usually they're like rocket shaped, not a big giant ball.
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
No, you're not crazy at all. This is like, these are like little, metal balls that are just out sitting on the beach that just rolled up. Almost like beach balls, but made of metal.
Okay, yeah, this isn't that as big as I pictured in my mind.
No, they're tiny, but not tiny, but like they're not huge. They're not big enough to fit a person inside.
Volleyball size, would you say?
Yeah, volleyball, beach ball size. I would say beach ball. Like it's a little bit bigger than a volleyball. A little bit bigger than Wilson.
Yeah. And then, but here's another important question, though, and that is if these are from some kind of rocket that washed ashore or crashed back down to Earth.
Yeah.
Where's the rest of it?
I mean, I would imagine it would have gotten collected by the agency that launched the rocket, because if your rocket is landing back down in like a splashdown, you're going to have like a crew of people there to get it out of the ocean. But that doesn't guarantee you're getting everything. There could be stuff left behind. Like how
did these break off?
There's a lot of things that could break off as you're re-entering, which is, again, the theory is that stuff has broken off during
Isn't
the
this like inside, though? If it's like, because again, I've never seen any kind of ball-shaped anything on a rocket in my life.
I have no idea if this would have been inside or not. I obviously haven't seen what rocket it came off of.
Because I thought they're supposed to be like aerodynamic.
Yeah, they should be, hopefully. I would guess this is not an American rocket. I have not seen any rockets that have been fitted with anything like this. Mm-hmm. But you can't rule it out. And again, they're currently working with a lot of international space stations, including NASA, to figure out where these pieces came from.
Well, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
And since I don't understand
something tells me it's China.
Something is suspicious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should be suspicious. But something tells me it's probably China or Russia, because those are the ones that we don't have like the most knowledge about.
They wouldn't. Yeah, and they might not want to cooperate as much.
Yeah. Hudson, I am pitching a new segment idea here on RadioU Mornings.
Okay.
The MLB Rundown. We've talked about this before. Every day in Major League Baseball, every game, basically, there is something that happens that's never happened before.
Yes. Yes. If you watch closely enough, sometimes it's not as obvious.
Yes.
But there's always something unique that even in the entire over 100-year history of baseball is unique to that game.
Yeah. Like a month ago, we saw a Rays pitcher make his debut. He threw up on the mound and then went ahead and started pitching. Yeah. He was fine. But there's just something you see every day that's a little different. Well, yesterday we saw two things that could not be more the opposite, but they are both very historic.
Okay.
And that is that the Kansas City Royals, kind of young star, his name's Tyler Tolbert. I
haven't heard of him before yesterday.
Yeah, he's not been on my radar at all. He is a bottom of the lineup hitter, like the ninth hole guy. And if you don't know what that means he's like probably one of the worst hitters on the team. Not anymore, because in 12 at-bats, he has gotten 12 straight hits, which is a historic offensive run for a player. And again, a ninth hole hitter. He's like the worst hitter on the team.
Yeah.
And he's able to come up with this type of production. Pretty insane.
And not only did he get his 12th consecutive plate appearance with a hit, it was a home run.
Yeah.
So he's doing something right. And he's doing both. Like he got an infield single yesterday. And so like he is just overall just seeing the ball so well, and also just, running smart and just going
the top level in baseball right now.
But what's fun about it is, what's fun but unique but sad is he's 12 plate appearances in a row with a hit. It ties the record. Who knows who has the record?
Who has it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I need to look this up. Who has the 12 straight at-bats, 12 straight hits
I'm
record?
hoping that I'll see it here, but...
And does somebody have a record better than that?
I
feel like for it to be truly historic, it has to be like the best, right? Like
I don't know. I feel like it's just some other... Yeah. Like 12 plate appearances in a row is the record. Like he's tied for the record. It doesn't say here who held the record that he's now tied.
Baseball has a lot of history, so I bet it's somebody older.
That's what I was going to say. It's just, that's the funny thing about it is somebody random. It's probably not
it's like
Ken
Tris
Griffey Jr.
Speaker or something.
Yeah, or some guy named, String Bean McGee that played for the Long Stockings in the 1800s.
Yeah, well, certain stats don't go back as far because they didn't keep them. So, there are limitations. But, yeah, it's probably somebody older. But either way, an insane offensive production from Tolbert for the Royals. But in the opposite view, in offensive downfall, we saw yesterday the Yankees make history in a different way.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah, the Yankees playing the Rays for the second day second time in as many days. They struck out 17 times for the second time in a row. So they struck out 17 times against the Rays.
Right.
The day before yesterday and yesterday.
And
wild.
When you think about the percentage of that in a typical baseball game, you would have 27 outs.
Yes.
So more than a half. A lot more than half. The Yankees are striking out and twice in a row.
Twice in a row against the same exact team.
Yeah.
You're striking out 17 times. So that's like the opposite of what Tolbert's doing. He's going 12 for 12 while the Yankees are just striking out left and right.
You love to see that. You absolutely. It couldn't happen to a better team.
It's true. So there's your little MLB rundown, a little what's going on in the Major League Baseball.
I sure hope we make it to 3 in a row.
Yeah.
3 in a row today.
Yeah, I mean, they finish out their series with the Rays today. Maybe it'll be 3 times in a row. Maybe it'll be 18 strikeouts.
That's what I was thinking. Let's see how high we can go.
We'll update you on if that happens. We'll also update you if Tolbert can go 13 for 13.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope he gets...
Thanks for listening to the RadioU Podcast. Don't forget to rate and review the show.